When a person passes away, they leave behind assets, and depending on how rich the person is, they can leave behind cash, cars, properties, insurance, and EPF. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel and in this series on EPF. In the previous video, I'll put the links above and in the description below. We touched on what is EPF, an introduction to EPF, how to contribute to EPF, and how to withdraw from EPF. So every month in our working life, a portion of our salary is deducted and goes towards contributing to our EPF, which is our retirement savings fund. Then when it comes time to withdraw, whether you want to withdraw to pay off and settle your housing loan, or to build a house, or for your medical expenses, or for your children's education, of course you can withdraw for specific purposes like this, but all this is if the person or the EPF member is still alive. So what happens if the EPF member passes away? Or what happens to the person's many years or maybe even decades of working and then contributing into the EPF? Then if there's a nominee in place, or if you are the nominee and you're watching this video, can you withdraw the money? And if yes, you can, how can you go about withdrawing the money? So in today's video on EPF withdrawal, we're going to be touching on a very specific and maybe even sensitive topic in death withdrawal. That means the person who is also an EPF member has passed away, leaving behind a portion or maybe even a substantial sum of money in EPF for the person's nominee or the next of kin or family members. And before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please like this video and subscribe to this channel below. And this video today is specifically for educational purpose and for sharing. For professional advice and consultation, you can contact EPF customer service or visit the nearest EPF branch and office. So according to the EPF website, in the event of your untimely demise, your EPF savings are an assurance that your loved ones are well cared for financially in their time of need. And to aid them with funeral arrangements, we encourage all members to nominate your beneficiaries early on to enable your next of kin to withdraw your EPF savings without complications. Members' dependents will also be considered for the death assistance to support them through this difficult time. At the time of this recording, EPF has a death assistance feature and allocation. According to their website, the death assistance is a gesture of compassion by the EPF to our members' next of kin under EPF discretion. A one-time payment of 2,500 ringgit will be considered and awarded to any of the deceased members' eligible dependents. The dependents are widow or widower, child or member's parents subject to member's marital status. So for illustration purpose, we will assume that the deceased EPF member is an individual and married, has a nomination in place, is a non-Muslim. For non-individuals and for Muslim EPF members, the withdrawal process and the documents required are different. So you can consult the EPF website or contact the customer care line for further information. So here are the documents that you need to submit to EPF to process the withdrawal. For a full checklist, I'll also put the links in the description. So you'll need number 1, Form KWSP 9KM AHL and checklist. Here's a sample of the form, which you can also download in the description. Number 2, bank account details, which is the nominee's bank account details. Number 3, if you are married, then EPF will need declaration of marriage letter. If the EPF member is a non-Muslim and married before 1st of March 1982. Then number 4 is copy of identification document with original for verification. Then number 5 is copy of applicant's birth cert with original for verification. Number 6 is member's death certificate. Number 7 is marriage certificate. So all these lists of documents and the checklist can be found in Form KWSP 9KM. Then with these documents, you can go to the nearest EPF office. So now on the payment methods, that means the withdrawal of the deceased EPF monies to the nominee and the nominee's bank account. So there are two payment methods which you can also find in EPF website for information. There is the local payment and overseas payment. For local payments, full payment in Ringgit Malaysia RM will be credited to the applicants if applicant hold an active account with our panel bank and identification number matches the bank records. If payment to your account is unsuccessful, then you will be issued a banker's check. Then for overseas payment, full payment will be made via foreign demand draft in the currency of the applicant's choice. This is if your preferred currency is included in EPF list of approved currencies. If your preferred currency is not available in EPF approved list, full payment will be made via foreign demand draft in US dollar. So after submitting all the relevant documents at EPF, now on to the payment itself. So in this video and for illustration purpose, we will assume that the payment will be made to a Malaysian local bank account. So the payment can be estimated to take about 1 month or maybe about 21 working days from EPF to the applicant's or nominee's bank account. EPF will notify the nominee or applicant via SMS on the successful status of transaction. Or alternatively, if you can't wait or you want to double check, you can also check your bank account that you listed in the application form, that you listed in the form 9KM. So for further information and enquiries, you can contact EPF customer service or visit the nearest EPF office or branch. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found today's video on EPF and EPF withdrawals helpful and insightful. For more content like this, and also content on real estate, investing, finance, and home care tips, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel.